And let's head to our mats. All right, so you can just find a nice, comfortable position on your mat. That might be seated, it might be reclined, maybe even standing, whatever allows you to feel that grounded connection with your mat, with the earth below you. Allow your eyes to close and just give yourself a moment to arrive. Take a breath in and exhale. Take another deep inhale, filling your belly with breath. And exhale, sighing it out, releasing whatever came before your practice today. Whatever challenges you awoke to this morning, leaving it all behind you as you arrive fully present on your mat in this space. Today would have been Marathon Monday, a day that I think holds a lot of meaning for many of us in a lot of different ways. And so that might be bringing up a lot of feelings for you today. And I encourage you to just allow a little extra space on your mat for your heart today, and allow a little more grace to your body as you move through your practice. Take a breath in and a breath out. We'll open our practice with the sacred sound of Om. So if you are reclined, I encourage you to just gently and slowly move your body up into a seated position. We can all arrive sitting with our legs crossed, and you can move your hands over your heart space. We'll take a cleansing breath first, an inhale and an exhale. And now we breathe in. Let's have some fun and move our bodies today, everybody, and let's have a beautiful practice together. I'd like you to slowly move up into a standing position. We're going to begin our practice together, standing up, feet rooted down into the earth, about hips width distance apart, just kind of stacking your hips over the ankles, taking a moment to really root the feet down into the earth. And we'll begin by just rising and falling 3 times with the breath. So we inhale, stretching the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, your palms come together and you slowly fold forward with a bend in your knees and a gentle neutral spine. And then your inhale takes you slowly back up to standing. Both arms stretch up to the sky. And exhale, fold, slowly lowering your upper body down over the lower body. Breath in, 3rd time, reaching up to the sun. And then exhale, folding your body gently, keeping that nice bend through the knees. We're just saying hello to our bodies here. Your next inhale stretches you tall up to the sky, and keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Keep the arms extended up to the sky, and just get some gentle wrist circles in here. Maybe working the shoulders into that a little bit, just gently rolling the shoulders, circling the wrists, making sure to change directions, moving your shoulders both forwards and back, moving your wrists both clockwise and counterclockwise, taking any other movements through your hands and your fingers and your wrists, maybe making tiny fists and stretching your fingers wide, maybe shaking your hands out a little bit, just gently greeting the body as we say good morning. And now stretching both arms up to the sky, we'll take a gentle standing half moon here. So we'll inhale and stretch the torso long. We'll exhale and lift up and over to the right-hand side. And then we inhale to center, and we exhale, stretch up and over to the left. And your hands can place anywhere that feels right for you. Inhale, stretch, exhale to the right. So your arms can extend up to the sky. Continue this movement up and over to the left, moving with your breath. Inhaling to center and exhaling, stretching. Maybe your right hand grabs your left wrist and then the left hand grabs right wrist. Just getting a little side stretch here, waking up the body. One more time, up and over to the left. And then you come back to center, lowering the arms, giving your shoulders another roll backwards and forwards. And now we'll get a little twist into our spine here. So we inhale both arms up. As we exhale, we find a chair twist to the right. So you lower the hips down into chair as you open your heart towards the right side of your room. And then you inhale, lifting up to center. And then you exhale, finding that chair pose as you twist the heart to the left. Inhale, center and up. Exhale, chair twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, chair twist left. Continuing this a few times more at your own pace, moving with your breath, matching the movement to your breath pattern. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling that gentle twist in your spine, just gently waking your body up. Let's say one more time each side. Inhale and exhale, stretching those arms long. Inhale, center, and exhale, twisting to the left. And then breathing in, finding that central position. And as you exhale, palms come together and hips sink down, finding your chair pose. Your hips are nice and low. Your feet are rooted into the earth. The weight is in your heels. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel that fire in your legs. We're going to hold this chair pose here and work those legs as we work our torso a little bit more. So we'll inhale, open the arms, press the heart space forward, keeping those hips low. Exhale, curl the spine, bringing the fingertips forward towards one another. Inhale, open, arching the spine as you open the heart. And exhale, round and tuck your tailbone under for that cat pose here in your chair. And now again, taking this a few times at your own pace, opening and rounding with your breath, keeping those hips low. One more time, open and round. And then return to a neutral spine, holding your chair pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down into a gentle forward fold, maybe bending one knee at a time and just kind of rocking the hips from left to right, getting a little more stretch through the backs of your legs, maybe wrapping each hand over the opposite elbow. And just swing gently from left to right in a ragdoll, letting your head hang heavy, maybe letting it gently shake, yes and no. Getting a little movement through the neck for a breath in and out. Inhale for a halfway lift, bringing your palms to your shins or your thighs and stretching the crown of the head forward, creating nice length through the spine, staying here for another breath in. And as you breathe out, folding forward, fingertips reach down to your mat and then palms plant down. Left or right foot steps back for a runner's lunge, and then the other foot steps back to meet it in a plank position. High plank, palms are planted into the mat. Your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. You're squeezing your glutes to keep your hips slightly lifted. Now, some people say that you want a straight line in your plank position, but that kind of trips me up because I've got a booty that kind of prevents a straight line, and you might also have that. So I like to imagine that I'm balancing my morning cappuccino or cup of coffee on my back while I'm in my plank pose. So it's not necessarily a straight line from my head to my feet, but it is a nice, stable, steady, strong surface. So holding your plank, you're so strong for one more inhale and an exhale. Beautiful. Dropping both your knees to your mat. Bend your elbows so you lower your body all the way down. Flat on your mat, palms alongside the chest. Keeping those glutes engaged, you gently open the heart on an inhale for your baby cobra, a low, gentle cobra. And then exhale, coming through your tabletop, find your downward facing dog. First down dog of the practice, so be gentle on your legs here. Keeping a micro bend through each knee. Gently walk it out, alternating bending the left and then the right knee as you press left and then right heel into your mat. Inhale, exhale. Feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward on your mat. Inhale, stretching all the way up to standing, reaching the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, neutral spine, bend through the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, fingertips to your mat. Right or left foot steps back for a runner's lunge. Other foot steps back to meet it, holding your plank. Breathing in, breathing out. Rolling forward on the toes or dropping your knees to your mat, bending at the elbows and lowering down a couple inches for your chaturanga. Inhale, opening the heart as you flip the toes for your upward facing dog, keeping those glutes engaged here. Breathe in, breathe out. Toes tuck under, find your downward facing dog. Walk it out. Breathe in, breathe out. Staying in your down dog for 2 more breaths, maybe grabbing a quick sip of water before we get fired up with some lunges. You know, I like to work my abs and glutes in this practice, you guys, so I hope you are ready for a fiery flow this Monday morning. 1 more breath in and a breath out. Feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, brings your body all the way up to standing. Arms reach up to the sky. Palms come together, and as you exhale, you find a deep chair pose. Feet are hips width distance apart. The weight is in your heels, and you're pressing your feet down into your mat. Your hips are sunk nice and low. Breath in, breath out. Shifting your weight into the right leg. Bring that left foot into a gentle hover. We're going to step that left foot behind us into a curtsy lunge. So imagine that you are literally curtsying towards the queen. So it steps back behind you towards the right as you lower down and then pressing into that right heel, pressing through that right glute. You bring that left foot up and just a gentle cross over the right knee. And then repeat. Left foot steps back, lunge, press through the heel, press through the glute, and cross. Let's take that 3 more times. Lunge, lift, and cross. Keep breathing. Lunge, lift, and cross. 1 more time. Last one here, lunging down, really pressing off through that left foot. And this time you cross that left foot all the way up and over, finding your eagle pose. Arms open wide, and then left arm swings underneath the right, just wrapping each hand over the opposite shoulder, being really gentle on your body this early in the practice. Holding your eagle for 1 more inhale and exhale. Now we'll gently hinge the torso forward and slowly unravel that left leg, kicking it back behind us, finding an airplane. Left foot extends towards the back of your space, pressing through the heel so the foot is flexed. One more inhale and exhale. Slowly lowering that left foot down, landing in a crescent lunge so the ball of the left foot meets your mat. And then opening the arms wide and actually dropping the hands behind your lower back and interlacing the hands. You inhale and press the heart open. You exhale and you hinge your torso down over that right thigh for a waterfall type of movement. And then slowly pressing the torso back up, and then finding a breath pattern that works for you here. So it doesn't really matter which movement matches your inhale and which movement matches your exhale, as long as your breath is matching the flow of your body. Let's take it one more time, slowly lowering the torso, and then gently pressing back up. Opening the arms wide, left arm swings underneath the right, kicking off that back foot, taking the time to gently wrap that left leg around the right thigh, finding that eagle for a second time. Breath in, breath out. Beautiful. Inhale. Gently lowering that left foot down, opening the arms, giving yourself a little shake. Whew. And let's reset for the other side. Ooh, I can totally feel that in my right glute. I hope you guys can too. Inhale, both arms up. As you exhale, sink your hips down into that chair pose. We're gonna take that whole flow on the other side now. So just hold that nice, stable, steady chair. Take a breath in and out. Weight shifts into the left foot this time. Right foot hovers. Curtsy lunge on the left. So slowly, the right foot steps back and you're landing on the ball of the right foot as you step it over to the left, like you're curtsying lower down, pressing through that left heel and the left glute. You kick off, gently cross, and lower into that lunge. Lift and cross. Awesome. Let's take that 3 more times. 1. Keep breathing. 2. And 3. So now as we kick off, we wrap that right leg up and around the left thigh. Open up the arms and right arm swings underneath the left. And again, just wrapping the hands over the shoulders, being really gentle. Whew, a little wiggly today, a little wobbly. Just gently opening your shoulders. Breath in, breath out. We'll transition into that airplane. So we hinge from the hips first, and then we kick that right leg this time back behind us. And you've got a nice neutral spine. Crown of the head is pressing forward because your gaze is to your mat. Heel on that right foot kicks back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lowering right foot down, landing on the ball of the right foot for your crescent lunge. Opening the arms and dropping the hands behind you, interlacing the hands. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, fold the body. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out and fold. Flowing a couple more times at your own pace, making sure you're maintaining that bend through that left leg, keeping that left ankle stacked underneath that left knee. Coming back to center, opening the arms, and then right arm swings underneath the left, wrapping each hand over the opposite shoulder. Right leg kicks off. Right foot wraps, or right leg wraps up and over the left thigh. Keeping a nice deep bend in that standing leg. Holding your eagle for a breath in and out. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Unraveling that right leg, unraveling those arms, reaching them up to the sky. And exhale, fold forward with a gentle bend through your knees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Right or left foot steps back, the other steps back to meet it. Holding that high plank. Let's take a quick toe tap. Ready? Right toe step off, back to center. Left toes back to center. 9, 8, 7. You got this, guys. 6, 5, 4, 3. You're almost there. 2. Last one. Roll forward on the toes, bend at the elbows, lowering down just a couple inches, keeping your shoulders above the elbows. Inhale, open the heart, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, or maybe a child pose, maybe a sip of water, whatever you need. That was a tough sequence. I am sweaty. I am out of breath. My glutes are feeling it. I hope you are feeling the same. Getting a fiery start to your Monday, to your week. All right. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Let's take just a couple presses from down dog to a high plank. So you'll inhale, bend the knees, draw your chest towards your thighs. As you exhale, you push forward until your shoulders stack over the wrists in your high plank. Then you inhale, pulling the hips up and back, drawing chest towards thighs, and then exhale, push yourself forward. Taking 3 more at your own pace. Engaging your core. Using your lower belly to pull your hips. 1 more, you guys, up and back, and then press forward. Beautiful. Hips pull up and back, finding your downward dog, and then feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, floating all the way up to standing, and then as you exhale, you find that chair pose, sinking your hips down. Holding that low chair position, hugging the thighs towards each other. There's a space between your legs because your feet are hips width distance apart, but that allows you to squeeze the thighs towards each other, creating this amazing engagement through the insides of your legs. Holding it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shifting weight into right leg, left knee floats. Slowly coming through airplane, holding that airplane for a breath in and out. Left foot steps back behind us. Arms come up into goal pose position, crescent lunge. Breathe in, breathe out. Now we inhale and we lunge deeper, bending that left knee a little bit more. Exhale, kick off, pulling that left knee in towards the chest. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, high knee. Let's take 3 more. In, out, in, out. Last one, holding those arms up. Lunge and lift. And now bringing hands interlaced a couple inches underneath that knee and finding a standing wind relieving pose. Holding that balance. Squeezing that right glute. It's getting such a workout right now between the lunges and now being the stability for this balance. Breathe in, breathe out. Left hand to left knee, just gently opening up that hip. Maybe extending the right arm out to the side to assist in your balance. Inhale, exhale. Left knee returns to center. Slowly, palms come to heart center and we hinge on the hip. Gently tilting that left leg back behind us. Lowering left foot down, crescent lunge, opening the arms, holding it for a breath in and out. Inhale, lifting just the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, you open the hips, you drop that left heel down. Warrior two on the right. Pressing feet down into the earth, finding that stability through your lower body. We are going to find a reverse warrior and an extended side angle, but before we flow our torso, we want to make sure that we've got a solid foundation through the legs. So the feet are pressing down into the floor. You're feeling that engagement, that tension rise up from the soles of your feet into your calves and your hamstrings and your quads and your pelvic floor and your abs as you pull your navel in and up. One more breath in and out. Next, inhale, tilts the torso back as you reverse your warrior, but notice how your torso tilts while your legs stay exactly where they are. Staying here for another inhale and exhale. Inhale, tilt your torso forward, bent knee triangle or extended side angle, whatever variation calls to you. It totally works here. Breathe in, breathe out. Maybe circling that left arm, making sure right knee is still stacked over right ankle. One more breath here, in and out. Inhale, one more, reverse. And then exhale, cartwheel, the hands down to frame that right foot. Tilting that left foot back up, runner's lunge. Right foot steps back, high plank. Holding it for a breath in and a breath out. I promised you abs, so let's take some mountain climbers here. Right knee pulls in towards your belly button and then swaps out for the left knee. And it's right, left, ready? Count of 20. 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding that high plank. One more breath in, breath out. Both knees drop to your mat. Bend at the elbows, lower your torso all the way down. Inhale, opening the heart. For your cobra, exhale, lowering back down, coming through table as you find your downward facing dog, but then feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Next breath in guides you all the way up to standing. Palms come together. Exhale, chair. We're keeping it moving this morning. A nice fiery Monday morning flow. Breathe in, breathe out. One more inhale and exhale. Slowly floating the left foot. Shifting weight into left foot, right foot floats up. And then you gently hinge, holding that airplane for a breath in and a breath out. And then right foot drops to the ball of your foot, crescent lunge. Arms can come to that goal pose position. Take a breath in here and a breath out. And now we inhale, lunge. Exhale, kick off. Feel that left glute working as you pull that right knee in towards the chest. And then inhale, lunge. Exhale, high knee. 3 more times. You got this. Keep breathing, pulling that breath in and out. Last one here, guys. Lunge and lift. And then finding that standing wind relieving pose. Hands interlace a couple inches below the right knee. Hugging it in. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breath out. Opening that knee. Right knee opens up to the right. Maybe left arm extends out. Feel how hard that left glute is working. It's getting so strong. One more breath here in. Exhale, draws that right knee to center. Palms come to heart space. Slowly hinging from the hip. Right leg kicks back. Airplane. crescent lunge, opening up the arms. And then inhale, just lifting the arms. And then exhale, opening the hips, dialing that back heel down. Warrior two. Taking just as much time on this side of your body to establish that foundation in your legs. Focusing on your feet first, pressing them down into your mat like you're leaving two very clear footprints for someone to find. And then as you press the soles of your feet down, you feel that engagement rising up, like power flowing into your body as you become so stable and so strong. Even if someone came by and tried to knock you over, they couldn't, because you are rooted down into the floor. One more breath in and out. Next inhale, float your torso back, but your legs are stable. Holding this for an extra inhale and exhale. And then floating the torso forward, finding that bent knee triangle or extended side angle, whichever works for you here. I don't remember if we flowed back and forth on the other side, but either way, we're gonna flow a little bit. Just take a quick reverse and then an extended. It's taken me a long time to become comfortable with two sides of a posture not being exactly the same, holding that extended side angle or bent knee triangle. So this can be a little extra practice in that. There's no need for symmetry or perfection. It's just a practice. One more reverse on an inhale, and then exhale, floating the arms down, framing the foot with your hands. Left foot steps back, high plank, holding it here. Breath in, breath out. Let's do a quick side plank. So left palm plants as we roll onto the outside of the left foot. Open the hips, open the chest. Right arm extends up to the sky. 2 breaths here. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Slowly lowering that right hand down. Both palms plant into the earth, holding regular high plank for a breath in and a breath out. Now the right palm plants, rolling onto the outside of the right foot. Left arm extends up as the chest and the hips open once more. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Slowly lowering that left palm back down, holding that high plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping both knees to your mat. Lowering the body as you bend the elbows. Inhale, opening the heart for your cobra. Exhale, coming through tabletop, downward facing dog. Holding your down dog or dropping down into a child's pose or grabbing a sip of water, whatever you need right now. Whatever's calling to you. Give your body what it needs. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly stretches you up to standing. Reaching the arms up to the sky. We'll enter a little more balance. We've already done quite a bit, but we're going to work our dancer's pose a little bit here. So rooting both feet down into the earth. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. On your exhale, right fingertips float down, landing alongside the right fingertips float down, landing alongside the right hip. Weight shifts into your left foot as your right knee bends so that you catch that right foot or ankle from the inside. Taking a moment to be sure that Your knees are in the same general area as each other. Take an inhale to stretch and lengthen through the body. And as you exhale, you slowly tilt forward, kicking that right leg behind you, keeping the hips in one plane with each other. You stretch the left fingertips forward as you kick that right foot back. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath in, you've got this. And exhale. Stay with me. You're going to release that right foot, but gently hinge to lift your torso and draw that right knee up, and then cross the right ankle over the left thigh as you drop your hips for a figure 4 chair. So your hips are low, like you're in a chair position, and then you've got that right ankle crossed over the left thigh so that you're getting this stretch through your hip, and depending on your body, even a little bit through your glute as well. Holding it for another inhale and exhale. And then inhaling, drawing right knee in towards the body, and then lowering the right foot down, giving your hips a little wiggle and wobble gently from side to side. And then we'll take it on the left. So taking a moment to set yourself up, so feet are together. We inhale, both arms up to the sky. Left fingertips drop alongside left thigh. Weight shifts into the right foot. Left knee bends so that you catch that left foot or ankle from the inside. Take a breath in and stretch through your torso to create length. And as you exhale, you hinge forward like a pendulum on a swing. That left leg kicks directly back behind you. And because you keep your hips in one plane, you keep them level with each other. If you're looking at yourself in a mirror, or if you see the shadow of yourself on a wall, you'll notice that your right knee and your right leg are just disappearing behind your torso. One more breath in and breath out. And now stay with me as you gently release that left foot. Tilt the torso up as you hinge that left knee in towards the chest. Palms come to heart space as you cross left ankle over right thigh and drop your hips, finding that figure 4 chair. And you're welcome to adjust that foot with your hands if you need to. You're welcome to hold that foot with your hands. If you drop your hips, it creates a bit more of a stable platform for that left ankle to balance on. Breathing in, breathing out, feeling that delicious stretch through the left hip. One more breath in and a breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, left knee up to the chest, and then exhale, dropping that left hip down, left foot down towards the earth. All right, giving those hips a little wiggle, maybe swinging the arms from left to right, just resetting the body a little bit. We're going to do a second set of dancer. So take a breath in and out. All right, setting up the feet, inhaling the arms up to the sky, right hand drops alongside right hip. Weight in the left foot, right knee bends. Go ahead, catch that right foot. Use a breath in to create length, and then use a breath out to kick, hinging that right leg back behind you, keeping your hips in alignment, breathing in, breathing out, feeling that length through the leg and the spine and the arm. You're just this one long line. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now we'll release that right foot and slowly bring that right knee up towards the chest. But instead of coming into that figure 4 chair, we'll find an eagle. So right leg wraps around the left thigh, wiggles and wobbles aloud. Open up the arms nice and wide like wings, and then wrap that right wing underneath the left, finding some stability, hopefully. A deep bend in the left leg. Hips are low, heart is proud. That left ankle is on fire. That left foot is working. One more breath in and a breath out. And then unravel your legs. Unravel your wings, opening them up wide. Give your legs a shake. And we'll take it on the other side before we take it down to our mats. Feet together. Inhale, both arms up. Left fingertips drop. Weight in the right foot, left knee bends. Catching left foot or ankle. Moving at your own pace. You find your way into your dancer on the left side. So right fingertips stretch forward as left foot kicks back. Breathing in. Breathing out. And when you're ready, when your body is calling for it, you slowly release that left foot. Bring left knee in towards the chest and then wrap it up and over the right thigh. Open your wings, spread them wide, and then wrap the left one underneath the right. Feeling that opening through your shoulders, that opening in the left hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Unravel the legs. Unravel the arms. As you exhale, whenever that is, find a gentle forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Right foot steps back. Left foot steps back. You're in a high plank, but then just pull your hips up into a downward facing dog. Walk it out for a minute. Breathing in and out. We're going to use this down dog as a transition for a prone pigeon, which is a pigeon pose on your belly. So you'll inhale the right leg up to the sky. And before you float that right knee forward, just give yourself a little hip movement, maybe some circles in this three-legged dog. And then when you're ready, you'll inhale and stretch that right leg long and up toward the sky. And then exhale, pull that right knee in towards the nose. Lower the right leg down on your mat so that the right thigh is parallel to the right edge of your mat. And then you'll place a block underneath that right hip to keep it supported. You want to keep your hips level in your pigeon pose. Your left leg is just stretched long down your mat. And you can just surrender your upper body down over your lower body. Just releasing in a gentle forward fold. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. And just use this as an opportunity to allow your breath pattern to slowly come back to its regular pattern of inhales and exhales. Breathing in deeply to fill the belly. And exhaling slowly. Feeling that amazing stretch through the right hip. One more breath in. And out. Planting your palms underneath your torso. You'll press down into your palms, tuck the left toes under, and slowly lift your hips up and back for a three-legged dog. Getting a little movement through that right hip, circling it out, clockwise and counterclockwise, maybe stretching it up and over towards the left, and then floating that right foot down towards the earth. So now we take it on the other side. So left foot on an inhale stretches up to the sky. Just take a little wiggle here of the hip, gentle circles, just getting a little movement through, and then inhale, stretch that left leg long. Exhale, pull left knee in towards your nose. Lower that left leg down on your mat. That block gets placed underneath the left hip. Right leg stretches back. You lower your torso down. And I really encourage you, if you have a block at home or even just a towel or a book with a towel wrapped over it, to have something that you can use as a tool of support during yoga. So it's really important in a pigeon pose that you're keeping your hips level. There's no need for that left hip to be dropping down towards the floor. You really want to keep it level with its partner on the right. And that's what the block is for. It's just there for alignment. Sometimes people think of blocks as crutches and almost have this idea that they're not doing the real thing if they're using the block, but really blocks are to help us achieve the deepest expression of the pose because we're able to find that proper alignment. So I really encourage you to have some kind of support tool to use with you during your practice. Take a breath in and a breath out. Another inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Palms plant underneath you and gently toes tuck under on the right foot and then lifting your hips up and back. Three-legged dog, just getting some circles into that left hip after such a deep stretch. And then left foot floats down to the earth. Both knees drop, coming into a tabletop position. Okay. And then just gently lowering down onto your back. Legs stretch out long. Arms can reach up overhead. And you can just give yourself a nice long body stretch. And then both knees bend so that the soles of your feet are planted into the floor. We'll find a reclining twist here. So planting the palms of your hands alongside your hip. You'll press the soles of your feet into your mat and slowly lift your hips up off the floor. Move them towards the right side of your mat and drop them down. And then allow your knees to fall over towards the left. So hips go right, knees fall left. And then you can open your arms out to the left and right like a T and just kind of wiggle your shoulder blades to make sure that both shoulder blades are pressing evenly into the floor. Breath in, breath out. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in and a breath out. And then you slowly, moving your body carefully, you bring your hips back to center, your knees back to center. Pressing the soles of your feet into your mat, you slowly lift the hips, move them to the left, drop them down, knees fall right. Giving your shoulder blades a wiggle, making sure they're still pressing evenly into your mat. Arms stretch out to both sides, and you just gently settle yourself into this twist. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Another breath in and a breath out. Taking your time when you're ready, bringing your hips and your knees back to center. We'll come into an inversion next. So if you do have a block, you'll want to grab that. Maybe grab a quick sip of water too if you need. So coming back down onto your mat. Soles of the feet are pressed into the floor, so knees are bent. We'll take a waterfall or supported shoulder stand here, although you're obviously welcome to take whatever inversion is safely within your practice. For that supported shoulder stand, feet press into the floor so that you can lift your hips and place a block underneath your lower back. You're looking for the flattest part of your lower back right above your booty. And so resting your lower back on that block, you can then extend both legs up to the sky. Maybe extend the arms up to the sky as well. And this is such a delicious posture for the end of your practice because you allow the blood to drain from your extremities back down towards your heart space. You can get some last wiggles and wobbles into your feet and your hands before you settle into your Shavasana. I really like to rotate my wrists and my ankles here, clockwise and counterclockwise. I make those fists again with my hands and give a little lymphatic shake, just getting out those last movements that are tempting me so that when it comes time for Shavasana, you can just really settle into the stillness. Take a breath in and a breath out. Another inhale and an exhale. One last breath in and a breath out. And then slowly lower the feet down towards your mat. Lower your hands. Remove that block from underneath your lower back. And you can just stretch out long on your mat, reclining. Finding a position that allows you to really maintain that sense of stillness through the body. So there's no right or wrong answer for what your body looks like right now. Your arms can splay out to the sides. Your legs can splay out. Your hands can rest over your heart space. And on your next breath in, really concentrate that breath into your belly, letting it fill and expand like a balloon. And then as you exhale, just allow it to soften, deflating. And then you breathe in and you fill that balloon, but that breath also floats up into the rib cage. And then as you exhale, you release it from your ribs and then your belly. Third breath here goes into your belly and then your ribs. And then finally, it opens your chest and your collarbones, filling your torso with air. And then as you exhale, you track that breath back down from your chest to your ribs, to your belly. Let's take 2 more of this Dirga Pranayama, this 3-part breath. We breathe into belly and ribs and chest. And then you exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. Breathing in and letting your belly inflate like a balloon, letting your ribs press away from the spine, filling your heart space with air, letting it fill into your back. And then as you exhale, you reverse the order of that breath as you release it from your body. And as you sort of melt away into your mat, continuing with your inhales and exhales at your normal pace, aiming to match the length of your inhale to the length of your exhale. Maybe you begin to just scan your body, noticing any last places that are holding tension or constriction. And as you breathe in and out, see if you can allow those places to gently soften as you melt away into your mat, showing your body gratitude and grace for the movement that it gave you this morning, being thankful for the fact that it moved, not necessarily how it did so or what it looked like. Each yoga practice is unique, and there's always another chance to come to the mat. But there's no end goal, there's no final destination. It is the journey. So allow yourself to just soak up in every step of the journey of your practice. Every time you meet on your mat, remember it's all part of the journey. Take a breath in and a breath out. can slowly turn over onto your side and take your time to move up into a seated position, sitting with your legs crossed, bringing your hands to your heart space. We'll end our practice closing it out with that sacred sound of Om we use to open it. We'll take a cleansing breath first, an inhale and an exhale. Breath in. Thank you for joining me for this fiery flow today, whether you joined us live or you found us at another time or another day. We stream live to you from Mystic every Monday morning at 9 a.m. And I hope that you will continue every morning at 9 a.m. on Instagram, on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. So we would love if you could subscribe to us there. I hope that you found something to carry with you off your mat after this practice. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.